What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Retail Talks, episode number 2. Very excited to bring you today's episode. After last week, we talked about really just that origin story of Omni Digital Group and really just walking through really my top takeaways for retailers after growing Omni Digital Group for the last 7 years or so. But today I want to talk to you about SMS marketing. And it's one of our services that we have here at Omni Digital Group. And I really just want to start from the top over not necessarily just misconceptions, but just why SMS is a huge benefit to businesses, how we implement it for clients, how our services work overall, the way I would use it as a retailer, just try to come at it from all angles for you as a retailer. Because the first thing, just to kind of come out of the gate, it really blows my mind with how many retailers just don't fully leverage SMS as a way to market their business. I would say out of the thousands of retailers that we've talked to here at Omni, I would say that probably maybe 10%, maybe 20% would be actually someone that implements SMS. And I think there's just a lot of misconceptions. So let's just start from the top. When you think about all the different ways that you can market your business, from radio to paper to TV to, SMS marketing to Facebook to TikTok. I think one of the things I always talk about is that SMS, the reason that I like it so much, and if I had a retail store, I tell retailers it would be one of the biggest. It probably wouldn't be the only way I would market my business, but it would definitely be the biggest. And here's why. When you have an SMS program in place, you think about Facebook, you think about TikTok, you think about the radio. In the regards of Facebook, I mean, somebody could like your page and, they could be saying, yes, send me more content by liking your page. But it's not quite as intimate as somebody giving you their phone number, opting in, saying, yes, I want to receive messages from your business. And when you think about that on demand at scale, if you had thousands of people on your SMS program, and imagine this, every single customer that's ever shopped from you, how much would that be worth to your business per year? You don't really know because emails don't get opened at 100%. Facebook posts, Facebook ads don't get seen at 100%. The radio, people can turn it off, right? But when it comes to SMS, everybody is looking at their messages. And fundamentally, one of the other things outside of just people raising their hand saying, yes, I want to hear from your business, because everybody always talks about it being so intrusive. Oh, I don't want to bother people. I don't want to ignore people, annoy people. I think that the biggest thing is there's a huge misconception to that, because there was a study that our texting partner Klaviyo put out where I think it was only 30% of retail/small businesses offer a texting program. And upwards of 80 to 85% of consumers want to hear from the brands that they patron a lot. So there's just a huge gap in the people offering it and the consumers that actually want to receive it. Because you have to kind of take yourself out of the equation for a second. If you like to shop at a business and you own a company, right? Like, don't you want to hear from that organization? And don't you want to hear from it on your terms where you want to experience that? And I can't think of a place more intimate than with your cell phone on a mobile device. I mean, think about even just the impressions on Facebook and Instagram that we see for clients. 95% of the impressions are on a mobile device. So, just getting involved and getting in the game is big. Some of the other just misconceptions I hear is like, I don't want to bother them too frequently, or what do I text? I don't know what to text. I don't want to be discounting. Well, the biggest thing I would say is you don't have to be, but it's also going to be a very small subset of your customer base. Let's say you have 50,000 customers and 5,000 people on a texting club. Well, it's only 10% of your entire customer base is even going to hear about or, experience these offers. So I don't really think, you're going to basically saturate your customer base with this, unless truly every single person is on your texting club, which is just not going to happen, obviously. So those are just a couple misconceptions. I don't want to annoy people. I don't want to be intrusive in people's lives, if you will, and I don't want to be discounting. I think those are just such short term, short minded things. Because here's the thing that if you take one thing away from this podcast too is that D2C companies are texting and email first because they get the information on 100% of their customers. So they don't a lot of them probably do, but they don't have to run as many Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat ads because they're getting, because of the shipping information, 100% of people's information. So you are going to be behind the eight ball if you're not capturing this information because you're the D2C, whether it's the brands you compete with directly. We work with a lot of shoe retailers. These brands, Hoka, On, Saucony, Birkenstock, Blundstone, they're getting the information from the consumer online when they make a D2C purchase. And then when you got, ongoing public and 50% of their sales are D2C, think about that. They have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands, millions of people's data that they are using right now. You as a small business, how do you compete against that? You have to compete against it. You have to do what these D2C companies are doing and these big brands. And you know what? They have a lot of people on staff that are doing this. So learning from them and taking a play out of their book is always a good thing. So where do you get started with all of this? Like you might be saying, like, Cody, like, how do I start in texting? Well, our platform that we use is called Klaviyo. And Klaviyo is a dual platform for email and texting. Absolutely terrific platform. And where I would really start is, I would try to capture as many people as possible in store to get their information. If I was a retailer, and what I suggest to our clients is I would have an introductory discount offer to where if you sign up for our texting program, get $10 off your purchase today. And here's why. I was actually talking to somebody about this earlier today, is that you're basically buying that person's information for $10. And let's just assume from that moment they give you their information that they come in one more time than they regularly would have throughout the entire next 365 days. And let's say that your average gross profit after you take out the cost of goods in there is 50%. So $150 item, $75 in profit. Obviously not pure profit, but gross profit. That's already a 7.5x return on that individual customer. That's a 750% return. The S&P 500 gets a 10% and we hip and holler and think it's the best thing ever. Well, I just got you 75x better return than the stock market does off of texting. And I think that's the way you have to view it. Nobody wants to give discounts, but you can buy information from your consumers, the people shopping in your store. And that's what I would say, because, another way to really get started is just to have it be at the register, to have a sign up, to talk to people about the benefits of what they're going to be receiving if they join the texting club. Because here's the other thing too. When you think about the 80-20 of your business, if you only get the top 20% of your customers to join your texting club, I'm telling you, it is going to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue to your business. Because think about it. You know this as a business owner and a retailer. Think about your top 20% of customers. How often do they patron you a year? 2 times on average? 4 times on average, your top 20%? Imagine if on average they did 3. Imagine if you could take that to 3.7 or 4, let's call it one additional purchase, but obviously it wouldn't work out to be a perfect number there. But let's say it was 4, from 3 to 4, and your average purchase value is $150, and you got 1,000 people to make one additional purchase. That's $150,000 in revenue that you just got for your business by offering texting, because on demand you can send them any message that you want. You can't do that in email because of the open rates. Direct mail is too expensive. You can't even do that on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. You can't do it on any other platform besides maybe a direct message to your followers on a social platform, which done at scale is still going to take a lot of time. So getting started is as simple as having an introductory offer to give a discount on in that texting program. Have a sign up at your store. Do those types of things to get people to register. Do giveaways, do contests. We do that all the time on Facebook, where we will run a lead ad on Facebook do a giveaway and get upwards of 500, 1,000 people to enter this giveaway and basically have 1,000 new people for the texting club. And we usually acquire them for about 50 cents per person. So there are a ton of different ways. You just have to get smart about it. And that's how you get started. What we recommend from a frequency standpoint is really anywhere from 2 to 5, maybe 6 texts a month at the high end. You definitely want to include images. I think one of the things when it comes to SMS marketing or text message marketing is that a lot of people don't know is when you send out a text, one text under 160 characters is one SMS credit. So let's just go with the example of you have 1,000 people on your texting club. If you sent 2 texts per month under 160 characters with no image, just text in a link, that'd be 2,000 credits that you have to use. If you sent 2 texts per month with 1,000 people on it with a picture inside, you also can send then unlimited characters inside of the text, as you're not limited to 160, because 160 is probably about 2 to 4 sentences, depending on how long they are. You would then be able to send as many characters as you want. I still recommend keeping it relatively short, but you would then be able to include an image, but that's 3 to 1. So each text at 1,000 people would be 3,000 credits. So 2 a month would be 6,000. So instead of using 2,000 credits, you're using 6,000. So your costs are definitely going to be up. But in that example, it might go from $30 to $100 a month. And my recommendation would be to always have an image inside your text, because images sell. A GIF you could have in there for some movement, but images or GIFs is what we recommend here at Omni. So really, from getting started to the frequency, the other thing is we'll go to what should I send in my SMS program? Well, I would recommend to have it be very discount driven and promotional driven. Maybe one example I always give to retailers is maybe you have some product that isn't moving as quickly as you would want to, and you just want the cash flow, but you don't know how to get it out of your door. Well, make a little bit of margin, do a 30% off flash sale in a weekend of, hey, this item, 30% off these 3 days, and move 30 pairs of them, or 30 items or whatever it is. The beautiful part about texting is you can send it right now and people can be coming to your store tonight. Name me one other medium where you do that, and it has that type of impact. The measurement is also very good because you can say, show this text in store. We have a software here at Omni called Enlightening that we license to people that integrates with the point of sale system to know if your text message marketing is working. But you don't need that in order to know if it's working. You're going to know. Because the other thing too is, this is another huge tip that I recommend to people is you want to basically have exclusive offers on your texting program. You want it to be so that the people on your texting program, these offers are being seen nowhere else. Not in your email, not in your social ads, not in your radio, TV, nothing. Billboards, direct mail, nothing. You want it to be specific to texting. That's how you can get your sales associates to feel confident recommending it to consumers who want to join. So, we talked about how do you get started? We talked about the frequency. What do you send? We talked about a little bit of the tracking to make it more exclusive. Let's kind of dive into next an offer that we have here at Omni that I am super pumped to tell people about because, in my opinion, I think it's the best thing we've ever done for retailers. It's insane value, allows you to get started extremely quick for zero cost and really try out a texting program because, like I said with that stat at the beginning of the episode, only 20% of all the retailers we talk to have a texting program in place. I want that number to be at 100% because I know that your business is going to grow. And guess what too? Your local competition is not going to implement it. Because if you do, and they're at that 20% still of the people that implement it, 4 and 5 retailers around you don't even have it one implemented. So you could be the one and have massive growth to your business. So what we do inside of our free SMS program is we take all of your numbers you have in your point of sale system, and we have a proprietary way to be able to send a text message to them to ask them if they want to opt in and join. Once people respond that they do or don't, we then take that list of people that said, yes, I do want to receive continuous and recurring text messages from the retailer, and we opt them in as your subscribed list. We then send 2 text messages over the next 30 days to those individuals that opted in. We also include a discount on the first text that goes out to entice people to join. And one recent case study we had was we sent out a text for a retailer that had 10,000 numbers in their point of sale system. About 1,900 people decided to join the texting program of the retailer of those 10,000, which is about obviously a 19% opt-in rate, which is actually extremely good. They gave away a 25% discount at the start. They had thousands of dollars in sales from that redemption, just from that. And then we are proceeding to send the 2 text messages out for them actually as we speak over the next couple weeks. So really, it's about a $300 to $500 value, depending on how many numbers you have in your point of sale system, that is actual cost to Omni that we completely front for you, because we're that confident in SMS marketing for your business and that it's going to work. And we know you'll want to continue to do it with us because of the value it's going to bring your business and the sales. So I just encourage people to take advantage of that free SMS offer. Ask us about it. It's sending out that initial opt-in text, sending out the 2 texts for you over 30 days. We have a 30-day regroup call. And all of this is just with the goal of helping you get started with SMS marketing in your business, because it's really that impactful. So, and then we have continuous SMS services at Omni that come in packages of 2, 3, or 4 text messages per month. Very basic, but again, getting you started and getting you going. And just another quick little story from a client I was talking to today. She has about 4,500 people on her texting program with us, and generates hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in sales, to her business. And she verifies that. She tells us about it, and it's incredible to see a local retailer drive that much business from texting. So, really, I hope you took a lot out of this episode. My advice and my encouragement is to get started with an SMS program, whether it's with Omni, whether it's not. And, I think that in general, it's just, here's the thing. This is the final point I'll make that I didn't make before is, out of any of the services that Omni offers or any of the marketing services I've ever heard, whether it's TV, billboard, Facebook ads, this is the highest ROI product that you can possibly have for your business, for the cost that you pay for it. Because think about if you had, I'll give you just some very rough numbers. If you had 1,800 people on a texting club, the amount of money you'd make per year versus what you'd spend for it would be about 100x return. And you did hear that right, 100x. Because the delta of what you pay versus the revenue it drives for your business, there's no bigger delta in the advertising world today of the costs you pay Klaviyo and Omni to administer it for you to the revenue it makes you. There's no higher ROI advertising product to my knowledge. So besides obviously anything you can do for free, which is limited because it's limited to the people that want to pay attention, to you. So please reach out to Omni Digital Group with any questions. We're here to help you with SMS marketing. I really appreciate your ears today for taking the time to listen to this. And until next time on Retail Talks, Cody Fitzgerald signing out.